All right, if you guys are struggling to grow your legs, specifically your quads, this is going to be the video for you. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how to make the most progress and how you progress over time as efficiently as possible. So we're gonna start here on the leg press. And the reason I love the leg press, it allows us to load quads very, very heavy, but also it doesn't fatigue us from the standpoint of, obviously, when you're doing a squat pattern, you also have to think about core bracing, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But when we're trying to maximize size, growth, and accumulate the most tissue possible, what we want to think about is how much stimulus can we get versus the amount of fatigue that we are accumulating. So the biggest thing I want to show you guys with this exercise is how we can get as much angle in the knee joint, which is going to maximize the amount of external force and torque that we're able to achieve with using less weight. Because as we get deeper in that rep, the more motor recruitment we are going to need out of the quads to get out from that lengthened position to the contracted position. I'm gonna show you guys how to set this up. First and foremost is drop this back plate. A lot of people will leg press like this, where they're gonna be more hinged forward. The reason that's not the best, especially for quads, is because that's gonna basically lock you into this position where you're gonna push a lot of that tension into glutes and adductors and lower back potentially, especially based on your mobility. So what I wanna see is this push back down. The second thing I'm gonna do is add yoga blocks. It puts us even more horizontal, but gives us more range of motion. So a lot of times a leg press will bottom out so you guys can use a pad. The last thing I will mention is this wedge. It allows you to get more range of motion without the heels lifting off the platform, which is gonna allow us to keep all of that power driven in the plate. So now I have everything I need to keep this as quad focused as possible. I'm hinged a little forward. I wanna lock in, pull the butt down. I wanna go slow eccentric load. You see how my lower back doesn't come off at all here, and then drag out of the hole. Okay, so that's 2 hard sets, and you can just see how much volumization I've gotten just from 2 hard working sets. If you push 2 hard sets to failure, realistically, there's going to be a law of diminishing returns for extra volume. Yes, you might get a little bit extra from a 3rd set or a 4th set, but the law of diminishing returns is so great that the fatigue attributable to that 3rd and 4th set is not gonna be worth doing those sets. So it's better to do 2 hard working sets, move on to your next exercise, and get 2 hard working sets of that next exercise. And the thing that I've changed my mindset about, when I used to have 6 sets of something, I wouldn't necessarily probably put as much into that 2nd or 3rd set. Knowing I have, let's say, 3 more, I've found that my intensity during those 2 sets has been much greater because I know that that's all I have. And then that's the only opportunity I have to create that stimulus and then move on to the next exercise. So I would highly suggest thinking more about the quality of your sets opposed to the amount of sets you're doing. Okay, so second exercise we're gonna do is a hack squat, but we're gonna make it as quad focused as possible. So what we're gonna do first is change the angle of our torso by pushing ourselves forward slightly using this foam roller. This is also gonna add a couple inches of range of motion just because I'm not sunken back into the pad here and I push up a little bit, I'm just gonna get a little bit more range of motion. So what we're gonna do is take this, roll it up into the pads. We still wanna be in the pads. So I think a lot of people, they think I'm going underneath it, but really you still wanna be inside that pad. The next thing we're gonna do is take this, again, using the wedge. I wanna brace here. The other nice thing about this pad, it puts us in this nice lumbar extended position, chest is nice and open. Take the pressure out of the lower back. Again, trying to maximize the angle of that knee joint. And now for the exercise everybody loves to troll on me for. We got the famous hack sissy variant. So still have this weighted, but it goes to show how I can use less weight to provide the same amount of external force and torque on the muscle by increase that range of motion, getting as knee over toe as possible. So the way we set this up, same foot placement, just slightly lower. So you wanna have heels now just slightly below knee. And we're gonna go almost straight down and then we're gonna push even more forward to get that crazy knee over toe. Up onto the toes, big stretch. Push out. Oof. Slow eccentric. Hips up and forward. Oof. And out. Essentially, I'm gonna get one lead-in set here before 2 hard working sets, but you'll be able to see how much more stimulus I'm able to get. I also put this back plate all the way back. So ideally it would be even further back, but this is as far back as this one goes. I'm gonna push my body forward so that I can get as much stimulus up through the rec fem. So as you can see, this whole pad gives you a little extra range of motion, so when I reach underneath, I'm able to get that little extra bit of stimulus. So the way this is set up, I can't use a gym pin, so the only way to add more resistance to this is with a resistance band, so I'll probably grab a heavy band, but hey, it's not too bad. Some quad feathering, wrap it around once or twice. Going for failure here, probably 7 to 12 reps. Still good control, and then that same principle of dragging out of the hole. So I don't want to explode, I want to drag out. Oof. Okay, last exercise that I think is terrific for building quads is going to be everybody's least favorite exercise. And the setup's gonna look like I'm rage baiting, but it's actually really, really good. Essentially, to get more quad focus on our Bulgarians, we wanna actually go more knee over toe, really upright torso. So that's how we really want our form to look. That knee should drag right in front of that box and then straight up. I'm gonna use this PVC pipe as a way to keep myself even more upright and forward. I've got this nice little nifty pad that you can use for a hack squat or for a sissy squat. I'm gonna use it for my splits. PVC pipe for extra bracing. Move the hand down, nice upright torso, knee over toe. And this is just enough to give us balance so we can push our body weight forward. Okay guys, so that is my perfect quad day, or the way to grow your quads. So I'm not saying that these are the only 5 exercises you should be doing, but the cues that I gave you of increasing range of motion, increasing that angle of flexion at the knee joint, all of these things are going to help you grow more efficiently and more safely. And that's why I think that I've been able to grow my quads, my adductors, my whole leg in general so effectively is due to focusing more on that range of motion and proximity failure. So if you guys are loving this content, please subscribe to the channel. It'd mean the world to me. I know there's a huge amount of you guys are watching but not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe, get the latest content. I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, I'll see you on the next video.